Welcome everybody. My name is Corinthians Williams and this is my first video, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. But first, I'm going to work this morning. If you hear any noise, that's my pup. He's a big pup though. I'm going to take you to work with me right now. Let me see if I could turn this around. Probably can't. No, can't turn this around. But I'm going to show you where I work at. I work at home like a lot of other people do. And as technology continues to grow and bloom, there are going to be many people who will be working at home like myself. So I'm going to just turn this around so you can see. This is my office. I hope that you were able to see something, but if you didn't hear, this is my office where I work. And I didn't always have this desk. This was my desk when I first started off. Oh, I forgot. I asked my husband to put it up for me. He put it up actually behind the black cabinet there. That black cabinet is actually a desk as well. So I'm happy to talk with you this morning. And I partner with a company that's called Arise. 1 minute here, gotta just boot up my computer a little bit here. And I may have to put him out because I can't work with him. So he always gets up on my lap when I'm trying to do something. So you may see me tell him he has to go in the hallway for a little while I talk to you. So as I was saying, I partner with a company that's called Arise. And I passed my certification not long ago, but I was sure that I wanted to be an IBO, Independent Business Manager. And previously, I worked as a registered nurse. And when you take training as a registered nurse, it automatically trains you to be in charge. Okay, wait 1 minute. I have to take him out, okay? Then that way I'll be able to talk to you and focus on what I'm saying. Okay, you're going to have to go out. Come on. Here. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. So, as I was saying, when you train as a registered nurse, it trains you to be in charge, and you automatically have people behind you. So that was the beginning of my, let's say, business training. And then I had some other things on the side that I used to do, like sell home fragrance, sell natural products for the body butter. And then I used to make my own body butter. But those things, they just didn't work for me. You know, I didn't have customers all the time, didn't have a real stream of income. So one night, I forgot to tell you that I'm also an injured nurse. And that's why I was looking for things to do at home. I still have my mind, but like most people, my body doesn't function at 100%. My mind does, but not my body. So I was looking for something where I wouldn't have any supervisors over my head. Not to say that I'm footloose and fancy free with what I'm doing now as an IBO. I have still I'm still going to have people that's watching how my business progresses. Sorry about that. And I don't have a problem with that. I enjoy working with a real company. And most people say that if you see a company on the internet or anywhere through the mail or whatever that tells you that you have to make an investment to be a part of the business, that is more than likely a scam. And before I decided to be a part of the Arise platform as a partner, I did my investigation. And as I said, I was ill when I first came across information about the company called Arise. Let me just tell you that the name of my company is TAShun Koncepts, and that's with a K. I know that Concepts isn't spelled like that, but I had that name ever since the 90s, and I just decided to use it for my business. So, TAShun Koncepts, Virtual Solutions. Once again, TAShun Koncepts, Virtual Solutions. And I will put my IB information up just in case you want to be a part of our team. So, like I said, when I was able to sit up and focus a little bit because I was so sick, I couldn't stand to hear sounds or anything like that, and I just lay in the bed for most of October. You know, other than going to the emergency room and seeing a doctor. You know, that's where I was. But when I was able to focus, I watched a lot of testimonies. Watched a lot of CSPs, which stands for Customer Support Professionals, and listened to how they talked about the customer and what their experience was. And I just couldn't wait to get better because I knew that this was something that I wanted to do. I first wanted to do it so that I could help injured nurses. As a matter of fact, I have another channel which I do for injured nurses, and I'm going to play this exact video on that channel so that nurses who are injured like myself could see as well and hear about the company called So Arise rather. So I just wanted to tell you that Arise is not a scam. And in doing my research, I found that there are some IBOs who don't treat customer service professionals or CSPs with the respect that they deserve. I've also heard that some of them, as a matter of fact, have ran off with their money. And I think that that is absolutely terrible. And I hope that they can be found wherever they ran to and face justice for what they did. Because it's a people who want to work at home, they want to do it for a reason. And a lot of them have little children. Others are military wives. Some are just entrepreneurs that want to work at home. And when you see my website, you'll see what other type of people like to work at home. So yes, as I said, there is a small investment that you have to make. I say it's small because depending on which company you want to work for, as long as you choose a company that works 24 hours or either 12 hours, you can earn as much money as you want to. Now, there's a flip side to that. When the schedule comes out, don't waste time putting in your schedule. Most of the Arise customers that we service, partners or clients of Arise that we service, they have a minimum of 15 to 20 hours that you have to work, that or service. That's the term they like to use, that you have to service. And anything after that, that's extra. Okay? That's extra for you, extra income for you. So what they request is that you put all of your hours in at one time, unless somebody wants to give up some of their hours, and then they have 48 hours prior to the time in which they're going to service, that they have to put those hours up. That's called swapping. Okay? So one thing I can tell you about Arise, after you take your certification, and your certification is your training, after you take your, before you take your service, sorry about that, you will find that I kind of trip over my tongue a lot. And that's okay. I'm a human being like everybody else, and I make mistakes. So I just wanted to say, during your training, they have something that they call commitment adherence, and they take that very seriously. What that means is the time, that the hours or the schedule that you made ahead of time to say that you're going to service their customers, they take that very serious. Okay? Be sure to always service the hours that you say you're going to work. And when I was in training, they said that you should be at your desk at least 10 minutes ahead of time, so that when your telephone rings, that you are available for work. And there is, depending on which company you work on, they're going to tell you what their requirements are, the equipment that you need. And I also have it on my website as well. First of all, your computer or your laptop has to meet certain requirements of speed, as well as how much memory and space you have on your computer. As for myself, I didn't have the money to, oh, excuse that noise, that little sound is my phone going off. And I'm going to show you the equipment that I have and tell you how much I paid for it. As I said, the equipment has to meet their requirements. Okay? Another thing is, after you register, first of all, let me tell you, there's a process of registering. Okay? It's not you hear from somebody one time, you take a test, and then you're in. No, it doesn't go like that. First, you have to register. And let me also tell you that the Arise doesn't work with CSPs. Okay? In order for a customer service professional to work with Arise, they must sign under an IBO, a person like myself, an independent business owner. You must have a EIN or a LLC to work with them. And I had my LLC doing different businesses ever since the 90s. So you can either come on with them as a independent business owner, or as a CSP, an agent. Well, after watching a lot of the YouTube videos, I thought that I needed to be trained and certified like everybody else, but I found out later on that I didn't need to be an independent business owner. But I don't see it as a waste. I'm glad that I took the course and got certified, became certified, so I can understand the work that the agents are going to be doing. It gives me a better understanding about the Rise platform and how people have to work or service. So I don't have any regrets. Let me just tell you that sometimes IBOs also work as their own CSP. Here I go again. as their as their own customer service professional. But I decided that wasn't for me. So as a result, I terminated my contract with with the company that I was working with, which was TurboTax. And they took my certification, but that's okay. I wasn't in the business for that in the first place. But they taught me well. I had a very professional instructor. Yes, you have an instructor, and you have modules, plenty of them, that you have to complete and pass with at least 80%. And your tests, certain tests you have to pass with 100%. But don't be afraid about that, because don't be afraid about having to pass test unless you have a problem, because I had an excellent instructor who has worked with Arise for 10 years, and she had a master's degree, and she was professional, and she had a background doing tax returns and things like that, prior to, you know, for those who think that you're not going to have a professional instructor, because everything is done online. I want you to know the only thing that's different is that you are sitting at home being taught or trained instead of taking a bus or taking your car going to a college class. So I will be talking to you some more about about what I do, but I will not be sharing anything that's confidential with you, because they're strictly against that. That was the chair. Sorry about that. So let me just show you what I got, or what I have rather. Need to be speaking at least good English. I do have a college background, so excuse me for that again. So let me just move back, and I hope that you can see really well. Okay, that is a 17-inch or 19-inch monitor, and I have dual monitors. Let me move back some. Okay. This telephone is some of the equipment that they want you to have. You actually have to have a jack. They don't want you using Magic Jack or anything like that. And you cannot use a cell phone. As a matter of fact, they sent a email around to CSPs rather, and IBOs, stating that anyone who decided that they're going to use the wrong equipment or use their cell phone or Magic Jack or something like that, that they will be dismissed or terminated from their program. I have these speakers because I have a PC. Oh, sorry about that. This door gets stuck sometimes, so let me just try to, okay. See, that's my PC. I have a Dell PC. I hope you can see that really well. And these are the headphones that I used for training when I was in class, because you are going to have to sorry about that. Participate. You are going to have to participate in class, which means the instructor is going to ask you some questions. She may also tell you that you have to make your monitor accessible, and she's going to ask you to read and do some things. And I think it's really cool the way it's done online, to learn something like that online. So that's what I used, and I just hooked it up to the front of my PC so that everybody could hear my voice. Okay, and they would see my mouse demonstrating whatever it was that she wanted demonstrated demonstrated, or to see if you know how to do something if she asks you to demonstrate how to do it. So when you train for a rise, it is interactive. It is just not somebody talking to you or you reading a module. It's more than that. Okay? So my class actually lasted 3 weeks, but I'm going to tell you, it was a busy 3 weeks. I made sure that my bathroom was clean, my kitchen was clean, that my husband had a good dinner. I put it on the plate for him, but I really didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of things. Made sure that my pup went to the bathroom. I took little small breaks for that and made sure that I was decent. But I'm telling you, it was a lot of work. But depending on how your brain works and faith, I'm a Christian. I had to ask God to give me the wisdom because I believe that that is where all wisdom and knowledge comes from. Okay, He's the creator. He made my brain, so He knows how it works. And I just asked Him to just open up my mind, just like I did when I was in nursing school, to give me what I needed to pass this course. And He did it. So I'm not saying that that is what you want, you would prefer to do, but that's just the lifestyle that I live. And I passed right along with everyone else. We had a pretty large class when we started off, but by the time we finished, it was only 20 something of us. And how many who actually passed, I don't know because they don't share that information. But I'm just glad that I was one of them. 3 weeks of persistent study, making sure that you're well trained to be able to service their clients. Let me just tell you also, don't be afraid because after you finish servicing their clients, they have so many tools that you can access on your own, and they have certain levels of professionals, technicians. There I go again. That will help you. And then they have social networks and groups as well that you can get in if you run into any problems where you can talk to people. So no, you are not left on your own, and you don't have to be shaking in your boots thinking that you have to know everything. The training is going to be continuous. The knowledge is going to be continuous. So as long as you have that in you to grow as a professional, to do your business as an IBO, or either as a customer service professional, a CSP, you're going to be all right. But don't go into this business. I have to drink some water, excuse me. I'm sorry, my throat got a little dry. Don't go into this business thinking that it's something to play with, because it is not. Arise is very serious about their customer service, and they're very serious about business altogether. Okay, so don't play around. Be at your desk on time. Service the customer. Be friendly and be passionate about working. And those of you who have small children, make sure that the space that you're going to work in is quiet and that someone is watching your children. Okay? So I want to tell you too that in the early 70s, I was a teenage mom. I had 2 children. Okay, so those of you who are single moms, don't think that I don't understand, because I do. Those of you who work or who go to school, don't think that I don't understand, because I do. I've been there. But just that I got hurt working as a professional, and I had to find another way, because workers' compensation, they kicked me off, They took all my benefits. I was fired from my job. So it's been a long journey for me. And I'm also a writer as well. I'm going to, along with my job as an IBO, I'm going to finish my book. I have a biography that I wrote about myself, telling you about myself as a young woman, things that I experienced as a married woman and as a injured nurse. And now there's going to be another chapter, or my novel will end talking about my experience as a businesswoman, as an IBO, as a partner with the company that's called The Rise. So I hope that this video gave you some insight about the company called The Rise and some things that you should know before you get into the business. And I will be back with another video telling you how to prepare and pass some of the examinations and assessments that they're going to give you. No, I won't be giving any answers or anything like that. Just a little short video to tell you how to prepare for it. I know that this was long. This is my first video, or our first video, TAShun Koncepts Virtual Solutions. And I say that with pride. Pride because I've had a lot of mountains in my life, but I've had more valleys, I have to tell you. And I was successful certifying and opening a new business. If I can do it, you can do it. Don't listen to any of the naysayers that tell you that Arise is a scam, because I'm here to tell you that it is not. And I also have openings as well. I'm looking for someone who wants to own their own business to come into the business, or either I'm looking for customer service, CSPs, customer support professionals. Let me say that again. Customer support professionals. If you know that you are a serious individual, you know how to take care of business, you believe in getting to work on time, you believe in helping others, you're not rude to customers, I would love to have you on my team. You'll see all the information that you need in order to sign up. So you have a good day, and until the next video, you take care of yourself. Bye.